It goes far back when I started in real estate. The buyer was never represented. Everyone represented the seller. I could be showing homes to my lifelong best friend, showing him a home of a seller I have no idea what his name is, and legally I had to represent that seller because he was ultimately paying the commission. That's the way the law was written when we started. And so we started this buyer's agency because we felt that buyers needed representation. This went on for a few years, and then they changed the law that anyone working with a buyer needs to represent that buyer. And we thought, there goes our great idea. But it didn't affect it as much as you would think because of a thing called dual agency. Still, dual agency is when a listing agency a seller and a buyer in the same transaction. You can't do that well. You cannot represent both sides of a transaction well. And so due to that, that's why our business had excelled and has excelled and still continues to grow because of people recognizing that factor.
Well, that's precisely what got me there too. And in fact, I was so discomforted, I was uncomfortable representing a buyer or handling a buyer as a client in the old system because I didn't know where to stop in terms of delivering information or benefits or how aggressive to be in looking for trouble on their behalf or not. And so it didn't take too many cases like that to recognize that the only way to do that is to represent the one side. And of course, we were both lucky in terms of having had some experience in the early movement, so we were aware that people were doing that, in fact, which gave us confidence to do it also. And it's not a practice that is ever going to suit the big agencies, but it's going to be a niche practice of a few people that want to do it as best they can, and clients know that.
That happened 2 weeks ago to me. I had a buyer call who had gone into an open house where obviously the agent was representing the seller, and he actually liked the home, went back to the house, and started realizing that that seller was representing, or that listing agent was representing the seller.
Smart purple.
He wanted to get some answers, and they didn't give him straight, direct answers. So he started researching, and he found me. I took him back to the house, and we did contract for the home, and he was fully represented this time. He had all the questions answered he needed, honestly and truthfully. So
People think that buyers don't understand it, don't pick that up, but they do. They pick it up when they're not getting information that they should have, or that they're getting sandbagged in some way or the other. The comfort factor, in fact, is a real solid benefit of our services because they know we can't betray them in any sense. So that's a comfortable fact. That's a smart buyer too that did a thing like that and picked it up.
he is.
In fact, I'm not sure. I closed on a home for you a couple of months ago. That was the very story told to me. Are you talking about the same one?
No.
Really? Okay. Because they liked you because they went to an open house also, and they thought they were bulldogged into it.